to answer your question, I think I'm answering it, but the question is, in my mind, about all of this, how do we feel about where we've been in this free agency? We feel great about what we've been in free agency. All in. All in. All in. We're all in with these young guys coming on. And we're all in with this draft.
What in the hell did we just hear? I have no anger. I have no frustration. I'm numb. I'm numb. Because what Jerry just said, answering that question, and then when he said, answering this question.
Jerry, what's your message to the fan base who's frustrated that you guys haven't done a lot in free agency, that you guys haven't gotten contract extensions done with the key three guys that you want to? What do you say to them? Because you obviously said that you're all in and that you're confident in this roster. What is your message to them?
Well, you can understand there is, I didn't just understand where we are with our cap at the Senior Bowl. That's something we live with and know, like I would understand everything financially around here.
Leads me to believe the Dallas Cowboys, the Cowboys are cooked. The Cowboys are cooked. Not as far as win-loss. Because I still believe that somehow this team is going to manage to win 9 to 10 games next season. I firmly believe that, and I feel like that's going to be enough in the NFC to where they're going to make it into the playoffs, if not as the division leader, as a wild card. I firmly believe that's going to happen. And as long as they have Dak Prescott, and as long as they have Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, as long as they have this core intact, that's probably going to continue to happen at a minimum. But as far as this team having any sort of real long-term prospects, as far as Cowboys fans having any hope of the team being able to achieve the heights of what we've seen from the New England Patriots in the early, mid, and late 2000s, from what we've seen from the Pittsburgh Steelers, where they were competitive at a high level for half a decade, essentially. They were serious Super Bowl contenders. From what we've seen from the Kansas City Chiefs, where now they've been a serious Super Bowl contender, even in their down years. They're a contender. From what we've seen from the San Francisco 49ers, where they're a serious Super Bowl contender year after year. From what we've seen from the Philadelphia Eagles, where they're a serious Super Bowl contender year after year. Regardless of how much fun I might poke at them, and it's very fun to poke at them because Eagles fans are dumb. They're silly, they're stupid. But that team is competitive. And that's just being real about it. But what we just heard from Jerry Jones, and it was Jerry. Someone needed to put a leash on Jerry. I don't know if y'all heard it, but at the end of the first clip where he went on talking about all in, someone that was on a mic laughed or kind of let out of a groan like, oh, you're doing this again? Listen.
We're all in with these young guys coming on. And we're all in with this draft.
So now, I'm like, not only is the front office, because it sounds like that was Steven. It sounded like to me, those noises were coming from Steven's live mic. That's what it sounded like. I can't confirm now. I wasn't there. But me and my emotional state, that's just what I heard. It sounded like to me that was, oh, he did it again. The front office ain't on the same page, but Jerry just admitted to us in that second clip. He just admitted to us. He gets in front of the mic and just says stuff. He has no clue whether he can actually do it or not. And I'm guessing what has been happening over the course of the last few years, especially in his high age, his very seasoned, overly seasoned, marinated age, right? He put too much sauce on it. And he just admitted whether he was trying to or not, because he tried to dress it up and he didn't really answer the question that was asked to him. But he tried to admit, then dress up what he said when he answered and said,
I didn't just understand where we are with our cap at the Senior Bowl.
What? The owner / general manager doesn't know how the cap works? Oh my. Oh my. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. I'm not thinking that the Cowboys are going to have a number 1 pick next season because they're going to lose that many games. I'm none of that. This press conference gave me a moment of clarity. I hope that Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, DeMarcus Lawrence, Zach Martin, Jake Ferguson, Brandon Cooks. I hope that the players on this roster have a chance to win a Super Bowl. But I'm going to be honest. As long as Jerry and Steven, I don't know if Jerry or Steven's influence is the negative one on each other that's making Steven have to go too far to the right to balance out Jerry's too far to the left, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what's going on with that dynamic and what's happening with the Cowboys ownership right now, but there comes a time where all things must end. And maybe the Joneses just aren't the type of ownership group that's built to own an NFL franchise for centuries and keep it in the family for centuries. Seriously, maybe they're not the Busses. Maybe they're not the Lakers owners. Maybe they aren't those people. And I think the sooner that they realize that, and they realize that their franchise is the most valuable sports franchise in North American sports. Once they realize that their franchise is at its peak value right now, and maybe it's time to sell the team, then maybe I'll be invested in the success or failure of the Cowboys as an organization. And I love this team. And those of y'all that's going to go in the comments and,
oh, a good read.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Come on, man. You got the CEOs of McDonald's letting you know they putting rat poisoning in the burgers and you still going to get the burgers. What's going on? Until the ownership is done or Jerry's gone, I hate to say it like that, but until that something drastic happens. Why? The Star don't love us. The Star don't love us. Jerry just admitted and tried to cover up that he lied directly to the fan base because he doesn't know a vital part of his job, which is the salary cap, y'all. He just admitted it. And Steven groaned, or someone groaned. And Mike McCarthy's sitting there like a statue, like, I'm just here. I'm not sure why I'm here. I'm here for the players, man. I want these dudes to win, and I want to help these dudes win so bad. So I'm here to try to do that. That's why Mike McCarthy's here, man. He don't care nothing about he's here because he wants to help the players win a championship, man. He's here because he wants to revive his career and prove that Aaron Rodgers wasn't the reason why he won a Super Bowl. Okay? Dak is even to the point now where he don't care about the Star like that. He like, man, hey, look, I love football. Yeah, I grew up a Cowboys fan and stuff, but I love football. And regardless of where I play or what jersey I put on, my job is to make my teammates better and make sure I get better each and every freaking day. Everyone has made it clear that they're not buying into the star anymore. Why should I? My loyalty is to the players. My loyalty is to the players. I want the players to win a Super Bowl. I want the players to be successful, regardless of what uniform they're wearing. So to finally answer the trolley question that people love to ask me on this channel, what's going to happen if Dak Prescott's not the quarterback of the Cowboys anymore? Guess what? He's still going to be playing quarterback somewhere. So I'm going to keep covering my favorite player in the NFL. And I'm going to keep tabs on my favorite other players that I like in the NFL, the CeeDee Lambs, the Michael Parsons. I'm going to keep tabs on the other guys that I like. But as far as having this blind, foolish loyalty to the Cowboys, why? Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan for as long as they have players on their team that I genuinely want to invest in. It's not about the brand. It's not about wanting to gloat about the Cowboys and how many Super Bowls they won. It's not about that no more, bro. I'm rooting for these players, bro. I'm rooting for these players. I'm rooting for these players. Be mad if you want to. I'm rooting for the players. What did Jerry just say? And I'm saying all this to say, if they do something crazy during the draft and have an amazing draft, then I'm like, all right, I see what you're getting at there. But no, seriously, I'm good, bro. I'm good. This is what? Just what did we just listen to? Yes, I love the Cowboys. I do. And I realized the Cowboys were a thing long before the Joneses were in ownership. That's why I made it very clear. Like, as long as the Joneses are in the pilot seat and we're having to deal with Jerry's dementia, old age madness, as long as we're having to deal with that, why? To say I lived through it? To say I lived through it? To say I lived through it and was still a fan? What? That's bragging about being in an abusive relationship. You don't get stripes for that. People gonna look at you like, what? Your GM told you he didn't know what the hell he was doing no more. His mom was gone. Look, maybe I'm being a little emotional. I ain't going nowhere. I'm a Cowboys guy, but seriously, like, whether Dak's here or not, I'm gonna still follow Dak Prescott and cover him on this channel. But I'm also still going to cover the Cowboys, whether it's miserable content and reporting on their downfall, or whether it's like, damn, finally something good's happening, and being like, damn, maybe, this was a situation holding it back, or whatever it may be. But this is just wild. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Yeah. We still them Cowboys, I guess. We still them Cowboys, I guess. What? Bruh. We ain't gonna have a pastor today. We just gonna end the video in silence, y'all. Wow. Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are we still the